right, guys, welcome back. As you can see, we're out fishing again. We're at a different lake this time. It's a lake that wasn't thawed yet fully a couple days ago, so we got a little bit warmer. Then we had a cold front come through. Now we're warming up again, and now we're gonna have some more storms coming. So I figured now would be a good time to kind of get out, just see what this lake is doing. I got my back to the wind here, so hopefully you guys can hear me. We're starting out today with a swim jig, just that Guggen Baits Grass Hero with a saucy swimmer on it. I'm gonna keep the theme of some moving baits going. I still think it's too cold for them to be chasing stuff right away right now, but there are some huge pike in here, and that's kind of what we're going after today. So we'll see if we get anything. Like I said, swim jig with a saucy swimmer on the back, 7.2 medium heavy rod, 50-pound braid, straight braid, and we're gonna give it a shot here, see what we can do. We're tossing it on the Corrado DC, or I'm sorry, the SLX DC, which, guys, I have to say I am enjoying throwing. This SLX DC, by far, for the money, for the price, is absolutely phenomenal. You can't beat it. I got that Corrado DC, which is great too, but I'm liking this SLX DC, the whole SLX lineup. I'm enjoying. As you can see, like I said, I got the SLX DC on an SLX rod, so not just the reels, but the rods as well are just a phenomenal value, and I would highly recommend you guys picking them up. Like I said, for the price, the bang for your buck, you really can't beat it. And it's just a hair more above what I would say is a budget friendly setup or rod reel combo. So I think my first combo that I bought was like 80 bucks, $100, something like that, in that range. It was rod and reel, and still using it. Great little setup. Bought it from Bass Pro. But what I thoroughly enjoy about this combo is this was about $100 more, this combo. So you add $100 to this combo and you're really getting way more than that. You know, the rod is $100, the reel, this SLX DC reel obviously is a little bit more. So this particular combo, you're looking at $280, depending on where you're at. A little bit more, a little bit less sometimes. So it's like I think it's $180 for the reel, and it's $100 for the rod. But like I said, it is definitely well worth it. Both perform great. I absolutely love both. And for $300, really, I mean, you're getting a really nice setup. Now, this is my, what I would say, medium budget setup. You can go a little bit lower. Like I said, the rod's $100. You can get an SLX non-DC for $100 or cheaper, and you're looking at $200 combo, as opposed to the $100 combo that I bought, which, you know, did the job, but you're getting better quality here. And I'm not knocking the Bass Pro setup that I had as far as quality. this just outperforms it. I mean, you're paying a little bit more for a better product, a more premium product, right? So that would be my suggestion for you guys, is if you guys are in the market for a budget friendly setup that gives you good performance, good quality, and you're not necessarily liking what the stores have, you know, Bass Pro, Cabela's, Academy, Dick's, you know, just to name a few of those sporting goods stores. If you guys don't like that, you can go and build your own, you know, on Tackle Warehouse or wherever, and you can really set up a nice budget friendly rod and reel. Like I said, SLX non-DC and the SLX rod both run you about $100, and for $200 you have a really nice combo, a really nice setup. Definitely good for entry level, good for the experienced angler. You know, it's like I said, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck with that setup of a $100 rod, $100 reel, and like I said, you can't beat it. Now, of course, you can do other things through the SLX line and through Shimano itself, right? I have the SLX DC on this SLX rod. So like I said, $100 for the rod, $180 for the reel. So, you know, we'll call it $300. But for $300, you still have a really solid setup, and you're in on a DC reel at that price point. So you really can't beat that compared to other DC reels on the market for the performance and the quality. You know, every company does their own different spin on their reels, their DC, and I've really found my niche with Shimano. They're not sponsoring me, not supporting the channel in any way. Shout out Shimano if you want to. But really, I've always enjoyed Shimano. I've liked them. They have good quality product, and I enjoy throwing it. If you want to go more higher end, they do have the Corrado DC. You're looking at, gosh, I think it's like $250 for the reel itself, and then whatever rod you decide to pair it with. So mine is currently on a SLX rod. So for that combo, I'm at $350, $380, somewhere around there. I think that's what the Corrado DC goes for, is $250, if I'm not mistaken. So if you really think about it, my medium budget, which is this setup right here, $180 for the reel, $100 for the rod, we're at $280. So for $100 more, you can potentially get that Corrado DC on an SLX rod for $100 more. So really, as you see, my three Shimano setups, the SLX, SLX DC, and Corrado DC, are all just $100 difference in price point. So, and I planned it that way, and I didn't plan it that way. It just turned out that way. So, but you can see the variety that you get, and all you really have to do is find that quality rod and that quality reel that you enjoy throwing, and go from there. Like I said, for me, it's been this SLX lineup, There's a whole bunch of different variety of bait here in this lake for these fish to key up on. But I think their main forage here is pretty much bluegill. There's always a ton of bluegill around, and in the summertime you really can do some damage here on bluegill. One thing that did happen over the last year or so was a lot of these bigger lakes and ponds around here really took a beating with the harsh winter. And thanks, geese, for adding all this noise. But really what happened was a lot of these banks of these lakes and ponds took a beating. This bank used to be out more. This used to be more of a defined point bank. So this actually jetted out not too far. I mean, I can see where the old bank was. I don't know if the GoPro's picking it up, but it's really shallow here, and it stays pretty much just shallow. The water sometimes, you know, in the summertime, depending on rain, will probably come up to here now. But because this bank took it so bad over the winter, and just the erosion and the waves and water, it used to be out a good, I don't know, 10-20 feet even, as far as this fishing bank used to be. And it was a real nice point that kind of came in on a choke point. So if you can imagine, this side of the lake is pretty deep in the middle with some real steep banks and a lot of good structure and cover. Then you come through here, and it's what in the middle here, this channel used to be a little bit deeper, and we had this point that went out towards it in that island, so it created a choke point, which was a great staging point for those fish, and then they would move out. So that part of the lake over there is a little bit deeper too, and then they would move, you know, all the way to secondary points and whatnot, and there used to be a better point, a secondary point right here, and then they'll move up. There's actually a boat launch over here, so you can launch, and they would move up, spawn all across through here. You got that dock over there where they would key up on, and then further back there's another little nice spawning pocket where I've caught some fish, and further on back through there. And really that's the lay of the lake. But this used to be a major little choke point for those fish when this bank wasn't so far back. You could really cast pretty far, close to that island almost from the bank, and really bring your bait across a good portion of that choke point, whether straight in the middle or bringing it out deep into shallow. So it was really nice. It was a real nice bank. But like I said, this particular lake took a little bit of a beating over the winter time, and the bank eroded, and now it's kind of tough to get to that ideal spot. And it stays pretty shallow now for a good chunk. I mean, I can see bank or the bottom from right here all the way till a little bit past where I just went. Hopefully you guys saw where that went. But we're pretty shallow. I did try and make a video for you guys the other day after I did that reconning of the open water video and did some reconning of the local ponds and did some pond hopping. But the wind was so bad I had zero audio I could use from that entire video. We hit 4 ponds, caught nothing. So it wasn't like we missed much or you guys missed much. I mean, it was like 3 hours of filming and pond hopping and tips and different look at different water, and unfortunately none of it came to be for you guys. But again, like I said in another video, I don't want to just put out videos just to put out videos. I want to put out videos that provide either some knowledge or some helpful tips, or ideally I would like to throw out videos that show me catching some big fish, or at least some fish, you know, numbers or quality or quantity. So I'm not going to put out a video that necessarily isn't going to be great for you guys. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to put the swim jig down, grab something else. So you can see there's someone launching a kayak, so I'm not the only one with the idea to get out on here today. Up next, Guggen Squad spinnerbait. First time throwing these spinner baits. Thought I'd give them a try, see how they work. I'm really testing all of the Guggen baits. I am testing these Guggen baits as they come out. I am partial to them. I do like all their soft plastics, so I can't say enough about their soft plastics, but really I'm giving their hard baits and frogs and stuff like that, I'm giving them a test drive, because I do have some of my favorites that aren't Guggen baits, and I don't want to make the transition all the way into just only Guggen baits. I know the Guggen takeover is happening and they got a lot of good product, but I want to make sure that I'm giving it its fair shake and its fair time to test. So what we got here is one of their spinner baits. So this actually was, I think, my first combo. I think I was talking about it earlier. So it's a good combo. I like it. But like I said, we're throwing the Guggen baits spinner bait in a white and chartreuse. No trailer on it. I got a goose coming to say hi to me for some reason. I don't have any food for him, so I don't know why he's here. So what we're throwing this guy on today is a 7-foot medium heavy. It's a Bass Pro Shops reel. This is a 7:1 or 7:2 gear ratio, 12-pound fluorocarbon. It looks like our kayaker is almost ready, so we'll see where he goes. Most of the kayakers, when I see them here, they go into this deeper part right over here and fish along this island on this side. I will say I am enjoying the fluorocarbon that I have on here. This is Guggen Baits Fluoro. Wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, because truth be told, watching some of their videos on YouTube, I did not have confidence in it. I see them snap off quite often using their own line, so I wasn't confident in it, but I got it. Try it out again, giving it its fair shake. It casts really easily, actually. If you guys didn't see it, but I had quite the feathering happening on that cast, and it actually worked itself completely out through the cast. So it's smooth casting, I'll say that. It does have a little bit of stretch in it. It's one of those fluorocarbons that has stretch. I know there are some fluorocarbons that I've used that have zero or very little stretch. So this one's got some stretch in it, which is fine. You want some of that shock absorption when you're throwing some of these baits. Not really going for bass per se today. I know there's some nice sized bass in here, but there are some really not, at least one gigantic pike that I saw last year. So there has to be a pike, a small population of pike, or some type of population of pike in here. So like I said, that pike was easily the biggest fish I've ever seen in my life. It absolutely terrified me when I saw it. I was fishing beds early spring last year here and was working on a couple of bedfish, and someone actually had a dog that came in over here, actually on this bank over here, and was playing and drove this huge pike towards me. It was absolutely massive, but he wanted nothing to do with any of the baits that I had. No, just got here not too long ago, so yeah. You know what, anything really. Today's mission was to see if the pike were out, because I know there's some pretty good pike in here. But yeah, whatever decides to bite, we'll see. How about yourself?
Probably looking for some crappie or perch.
Crappie, okay, yeah.
I'll take anything.
Well, good luck to you.
Thanks, you too.
Yep. I don't know how much of you guys heard that, but our kayaker just launched, and he's targeting perch and crappie. So he did confirm for me that there are two species in here that I thought would probably be in here along with the bluegill. But like I said, he's going out to that deeper area that I know of. Like I said, I think that's the deepest part of this lake. Seems like a nice guy. Shout out to the kayaker. This is one of my favorite places to come and spawn fish, bed fish, because of the clarity. It makes it real nice and easy to spot your bedding fish, especially on this side when it's nice and calm and the wind is cooperating, you have the sun. It really makes bed fishing easy, but it makes it fun because you get to see really the fish's interaction with the bait and the fish themselves if you got a bedded pair. So it's really cool to see that happen in real time right in front of you. I know there are some YouTubers out there that do some really good underwater videos year-round, not just for spawn time, but year-round underwater videos to show the bass's behavior, and they do a great job explaining it and showing you to the best that they can. But really here you get to see it live. You're not watching it on YouTube, you're not watching somebody else tell you about it. You are truly experiencing it for yourself. So that's part of the cool part of this lake here. That's also the downside of it, is a lot of folks that know about this spot are here, so you got a lot of competition between anglers, and the fish are heavily pressured. In the summertime, this lake really is a recreational lake, I would say, for kayakers, boaters, swimmers, people with dogs, people just walking the paths. So it gets a lot of pressure, of people pressure in the summertime. So it does make it a little bit difficult as the season wears on to get fish here, especially in summertime. Once you pass the spawn here and you're into that post spawn into the summer patterns, it is difficult, at least from the bank, to get fish. Early morning fishing here and the evening bite works best during those times, just because there's hardly ever anybody here. So you're out before folks are here, and you're here past when folks are normally here. So it's, like I said, it's a heavily pressured body of water, but it is absolutely one of the funnest places around my area to fish. All right, guys, we got about 25% battery left on this battery, so I'm gonna toss one more bait here, see if we can get a little bit of luck. We're going a little bit something slower, a little bit finessier. We got a Ned that we are going to throw, see if we can't get a fish to bite something that's on the bottom a little bit slower. Got that rattle in it. See if we can't pick something up. How's it going? Yeah, we're trying a whole bunch of stuff today. See what's biting. I know there's some pretty big pike in here.
There's some muskie in here.
Are there? Yeah, I didn't know they were musky in here. I know they stock here, so actually they got a little rainbow swim bait right there.
I'm eyeing that up. It looks really nice.
Yeah,
it looks sharp though.
Yeah, no, they look good.
Well,
Yeah.
well, how nice is it to have the ice off?
Yeah.
Can I take a peek at your fishing license?
Oh yeah, sure.
Good luck today.
All right, thank you. Good seeing you. All right, guys. So I think my GoPro was going for that whole time, but just had the conservation police, cops, conservation warden, whatever, game warden, whatever you want to call it in your area, come by and just kind of talk and shoot the breeze a little bit with me. Real nice guy. Was talking about some of the places around here that we both kind of fish or have had success or talked to folks with success. Real nice guy, wanted to just check my license, make sure I had it. All right, guys, so we made a bit of a tactical move here. We were fishing over there on that bank where those benches are, way over there where all those geese are now up there. That's probably why they were yelling at me the whole time. They wanted their little perch back. Our kayaker is still out over there in the distance doing his thing, looking for those crappie and those perch. We had a visit from the game wardens or conservation police department, and now we're on this dock. So we're giving ourselves a little bit more depth, a little bit more distance out into the lake here. Again, I can see bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that. I can see bottom. Mike Buka baby bullshed, and hopefully the sun is picking that up for you guys. We got it in a trout, a rainbow trout pattern. This will be my first time using this. I know a lot of folks have liked using this and enjoy the baby bullshed and anything by Mike Buka. So we'll give it a shot here. So you guys can see I'm cranking real slow. This is a high-speed reel. So really gonna just crank slow and really let the bait do all the work. And the bait looks awesome in the water, guys. Yeah, I mean, this bait looks awesome in the water. I mean, we're at least in 5-6 foot of water right here on this dock, at least. So casting out into, I would say, at least double that. Normally I'm fishing where we were, which is that bank over there, this dock, and this whole pocket in here, and then further you guys can see there's a choke point, and then there's a little small little pocket over there that's gosh, I don't even want to say it's the deepest. Probably it is like 7 feet in the middle, and a lot of good grass is over there on that side, and that choke point is real nice, and that's a really good spawning area. As you can see right across from us, there's a bank right there with a bench that would get good sun exposure and warm up quicker. And then you got all of this bank over here. There's a lot of good little pieces of structure I don't think you can get though from the bank, and really it doesn't open up for a bank angler really to way out over there. I can see there's a bank over there where there's some rocks and stuff where you can kind of stand, and then it looks like it just kind of comes back around through here, and then there's another bank right here where you can fish from. So again, this is definitely going to be an area that I want to check out and really explore, this other half of the lake that I really haven't done since I've been fishing here. So, and there's a lot of good structure, it looks like, ahead of us on the other side of the bank. There's even, I wouldn't call it riprap, but there's a rocky bank right there that looks good. If you were on a John boat or a kayak or something like that, this whole area right here in front of us looks really, really good. Unfortunately, I don't think we can get there on the bank. Alright guys, as you can see, we're back inside the house. It was way too windy, too much going on outside. So what I did was I came back home, put everything away, got some lunch, and just kind of vegged out for a second before finishing up here. And I realized I never filmed an outro for this video, so here it is. What we did today was we went to a local lake that was known for good spring fishing and good spawn fishing, and really an overall good lake to just kind of have in the backyard here, so to speak, for fishing in general. Our mission today was to catch a fish. Specifically, we're targeting a different species today. We were looking for some pike, or just to see if there are any bass or anything around. That lake does, like I said, hold some big pike, and actually found out today a few other species that I didn't know were there. I had an inkling about the perch and the crappie, but I had no idea that there were muskie in that lake. So we'll see. Don't know. I've never thought that there would be muskie there. So all in all, it was a good day to get out on the water and just wet a line, relax, spend a couple of hours out on the water, tossing some baits around, trying to get a fish for you guys. Unfortunately, we didn't make it this time. The conservation police, who actually checked my fishing license, it's the first time ever I think my license has ever been checked since I've been fishing. So that was a good experience and funny. Actually, that kayaker that you saw in the video today, I'm part of a Facebook group with him, and he posted some catches. He caught, it looks like 2 largemouth and then a grass pickerel, which is another species I did not know was in there. I thought it was just pike, really, that were in there, along with some bass and panfish. So check another one off to the species list added to that lake. It was cool meeting somebody out on the water. Had the same idea as me today. He pulled out his kayak today for the first time and went out on the water, so that was pretty cool. But other than that, guys, thanks again for watching today's video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to check the video description down below for my Instagram. Follow me there. Giveaway is ending soon, so if you're not in with the giveaway, get on it right now. Your time is running out for your chances on the giveaway. So go ahead and check that out. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.